the truth about black nerds. People, what up? What's good? It's your boy TwoCentz, man. As y'all can see, we got an interesting topic here today from Antonio Speaks YouTube channel. I think we reacted to one of his videos a long time ago, talking about black nerds, man. Before we even get into it, man, you know, it's like it's kind of weird because I feel like the word nerd nowadays doesn't really have a meaning. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you like video games, you're a nerd. But if you like to read, you're a nerd. But if you're always stuttering, right? Studying, you're a nerd. But if you like anime, you're a nerd. So it's not really, if you have glasses, you're a nerd, right? Like, it kind of lost its meaning. And nowadays, you know, it's kind of cool to do all those things. And so it's kind of weird, but at least growing up, bro, it's kind of a weird experience because I was the type of kid, you know what I'm saying, who played Pokemon and liked Mario and liked video games, but I also like the stereotypical stuff, which is playing sports. And you know what I'm saying, I was on the sports team, but I also got good grades. And people didn't really like make fun of me for being smart because it's just dumb to do that. Even though kids will make fun of you for everything, but Antonio Speaks is gonna speak on it. So let me quit yapping, y'all, and let's hear what he has to say.
Black nerds, aka blurs, is the topic of today's video.
Blurred.
Now me, I consider myself a nerd, but some may not. So for example, I love video games. I've been playing them since the age of 7. I've always loved sci-fi films, consumed about every DC and Marvel comic. On the flip side, I'm not into anime. But growing up, I was very into films like Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, Avatar The Last Airbender.
Ooh, I didn't watch this, y'all, till I was 19. And it was really good, bro. If y'all haven't seen Avatar, what you waiting on, big fella?
So I guess to some it would be debatable. So within the black community, especially growing up in the hood, being a nerd or just even consuming the culture will make you stand out. It goes against what's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community.
Yeah, it was definitely, and like I said, my experience, it was definitely it wasn't the stereotypical thing to, you know, like and do the type of stuff that he mentioned. But again, I don't feel like I was really made fun of it, even though I was kind of ostracized to some degree for it. But at the same time, like, I still played sports and stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of weird. I don't know if it's like that nowadays. You know, like, you know, what's the stereotype? Only the rapper and the drug dealer is cool. You know, I don't feel like it's like that nowadays. Like, there's so many communities, especially online, like, you know, where people can be inspired by the black, like RDC World, for example. I'm assuming if you're watching this video and you're watching my channel, like, you know who they are. Like, it's communities for everything. So, you know, if you don't play basketball and you don't rap, it's not over for you. You know what I'm saying? But it is, as he said, like, it's kind of a bad part of our culture, right? Let me rewind a little bit, y'all, because I kind of cut him off.
What's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community that I do not like. I say this all the time, but as black people, we are not a monolith. And we got to start respecting that within the community. I will say this, though. I feel like in 2025, being a nerd is kind of cool. Let's say.
And I feel like it is respected now. But let's just keep listening.
Versus the 2010s or the 90s. It is most definitely more acceptable now.
I want to talk about how all of a sudden being a nerd is in and we're erasing all of like that awful childhood stuff that happens to so many of us. Because now it's, oh, we weren't bullying y'all because y'all were into anime. We were bullying y'all because y'all stank. Or y'all were always doing something weird. A lot of y'all were bullying us just for being into different things. I went to many schools with other smart black kids. I love to read. And I got the pants bullied off of me for liking to read in a smart school. I had my black card revoked so often, I'm pretty sure I'm still in black folk debt. Because, like, I don't think I have one. White girl, whitest black girl I know, Oreo, wanna be white, all of it, all the time.
And I'll tell you, like, see, these new age black geeks, they will never understand how it was to be a black geek back in the 2000s or 2010s. Now,
my thing about these type of TikTok videos is, you guys, you know, people are complaining that being a nerd is cool now. It's kind of like, who are you complaining to, though? Because you're mad that the people who bullied you for the things that you liked in the past are doing those same things, but if they bullied you, why are you interacting with them? To this day, are you even interacting with them? Right? Like, again, like, who are these videos targeted to? Because, you know, at least in my experience, bro, and I don't have everyone's experience, I just have mine. Like, I don't really know, but like one person from elementary school. I'm 23. I know one person from, you know, from back in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? I know a few people from high school. I know a few people from college. So it's just like, I get it, but I feel like these videos don't really have they just don't serve a purpose. You get what I'm saying?
The trenches. Like, I consider myself a black geek activist because, bro, back in the day, bro, I had to defend my hobby. Like, y'all don't understand. The insults were crazy. Like, we would be talking about like normal like crap.
And maybe again, like, it's kind of different because I wasn't really bullied for liking anime. You know, people were like, "Why don't you want to play Call of Duty? Why don't you want to play 2K?" Because I don't want to. But that was probably the extent of it. You know, so maybe, I mean, everybody deal with different stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to get over it somehow, right?
Like, we would go home on our computer and be having discussions about anime with people online. Like, people don't understand. Back then, most of our anime discussions or geek discussions were like were on the internet. They were not in real life, because if you even spoke about anime, like, you were about to get ostracized real quick.
Now for me, y'all, I did not have these problems, and that's why I kind of think to myself, was I really a nerd, or am I really a nerd? But looking back, I was most definitely a nerd, bruh. This was me in the 10th grade.
And again, like, the term nerd, bro, is so broad. There's the dictionary definition. I'm not about to look it up right now, but like, you know, we just consider everything nerdy, and, you know, everybody wants to be a nerd now or say they were a nerd in the past. So it's just kind of weird, man.
I mean, I had a 4.0 GPA, was in pretty much all AP classes, dog. I was textbook nerd. The thing about it is, as a black nerd, you really just gotta find your group of people. And even just being a nerd in general, I hate this talking point, because even nerds in the white community are done the same way. Like,
I got bullied for liking anime, and then I got bullied for wearing anime and an Avatar t-shirt, and like that I liked Pokemon, and that I carried a DS, and I was in bands. Like, and I had braces, and I had glasses. There was just so many reasons, and I had short hair.
Yeah, kid is just you too tall, they gonna say something. You too short. You know, I mean, as a kid, and like, people definitely said stuff to me. I don't think I was bullied, because I just say something back. You know what I'm saying? Like, in Chicago, like, early 2000s, early 2010s, we used to call it like roasting. Like, you just had to know how to roast them, or not roasting. That's what it's called now, flaming. You just had to know how to flame somebody. You know what I'm saying? and talk about somebody, right? Like, I feel like even the nerdy, like, everybody just knew how to boy your mama. You know what I'm saying? At least that's just where I grew up, right? That's just my experience. So
There's just so many reasons to get bullied that, like, getting into Kingdom Hearts was another reason I didn't want to get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking for clues to find Clay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clue board? You mean my clue board?
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people.
Hi, weird theater kid, captain of the speech and debate team, anime fan.
You know who I'm talking about, the people we didn't hang out with.
Thank God for that, by the way.
So they've grown up now, and they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the...
I've seen this girl before. I'm pretty sure she's like one of those like white girl content creators that's like known for saying the N word and, like, you know, just appealing to that type of demographic. I don't know whether she means what she says or not, but like, nobody's grown in thinking about, like, let's say you didn't, right? Let's say you didn't do any of the stuff that was traditionally considered nerdy. Nobody's grown in sitting up and thinking about all the people who actually were, seriously, right? Like, I just feel like that's her content. I don't know if she gets paid from it, but like, that's how she makes her money. So these are the type of videos you can expect from her. But I feel like people aren't like this, you know. Let's continue.
Fauci's of the world of fucking nerds.
I hate to break it to you, but those effing nerds are not just the Mark Zuckerbergs and Fauci's. They're highly successful, influential people because it turns out hitting the books actually was helpful.
This isn't just a black thing. Maybe the talking points of, you know, you're acting white is that talking point. But as far as you getting bullied or looked down upon, it's pretty much the same way. Kids are mean. Like I stated, you have to find your people. And with me, I had a different group of friends for like pretty much every situation. Like growing up in the hood, those were like the hood friends. Then when I got to school, you know, me being in like different classes, I kind of met my nerd friends. So I had that group of friends, and I had my friends that was back in the hood. And also I played sports. I love sports. So, you know, I had my friends for basketball. The one thing I did deal with though that I hated was me being labeled a game freak. Like I just love playing the game. I remember growing up, bro, like they'll come knock on my door for me to come outside. I'd be like, bro, I'm on a game and I don't feel like coming inside. Like, you a game freak, bro, get out. But I always felt like it was just like with love. Like they was joking, but it was with love. And I stated this in one of my second channel videos. I feel like the black community, our love language is joking. So, you know, maybe sometime these jokes were hurting your feelings, but it wasn't like meant in that way. This isn't justifying it, but that's my thought. Anyways, with them already having this backlash from the black community, in return, they end up being very anti-black.
Like, it's not that I didn't want to connect with black people, but I didn't know any other blurbs that like Minecraft. And a blurb put me closer to whiteness, not because I wanted to hang out with white people, but I just wanted to hang out with that like Minecraft. Do you get what I'm saying? I just want to say it is incredibly dangerous to be in close proximity to whiteness no matter what. And the reason why I say that is because I think hanging around with people that like Minecraft and everything definitely ingrained some self-hating attributes to me.
Yo, I don't think you should like I always say, bro, I don't have anything against anybody. I'm pretty sure I don't watch all of Antonio Speaks videos, but I'm pretty sure he's like a black nationalist, and a lot of his videos have to deal with race. I definitely don't agree with bro, sis, whatever. I don't agree with what this person says about, like, you know, whiteness, because it's just not, it is not helpful to look at white people or any group of people as the enemy. It ruins your interactions with other people. It takes away from, you know, potential friendships and relationships that you can have. Sure, there's always going to be racist people in the world, or people who treat you a certain way or say certain things to you because of the color of your skin, right? Especially if you're black. But just because that happens to you, you can't, in the same way that you're being classify everybody else. I mean, you can. It's just not helpful. That's just my opinion of it, you know?
It's not because of Minecraft, but it's the proximity to whiteness.
Within the nerd culture, there is not a lot of black representation. Just think about it. You're constantly consuming this media of people that don't look like you while receiving this hate.
I think there is. I don't know if a lot of or majority is the right term to use. I feel like there's a lot of black nerd media online. So I'm gonna disagree with that, but I'm gonna rewind it because I kind of lost what I kind of cut him or start thinking before he finished what he was saying.
It's the proximity to whiteness.
Within the nerd culture, there is not a lot of black representation. Just think about it. You're constantly consuming this media of people that don't look like you while receiving this hate from the people that look like you. That is going to turn into internalized racism. And I say this all the time, but everything is a alt-right pipeline. And the nerd...
I'm gonna let him get his stuff off. I don't agree with the last two things he just said, but I'm gonna let him. We gonna keep listening before I say something.
The culture is no different.
Yo, what happened to the nerd community, bro? When did we become Republicans, bro? When did we become conservative? What happened? What happened? We don't like girl power now because it's the feminist agenda? You didn't like Kim Possible?
I saw someone say, when did the nerd community just become another avenue or pipeline for right-wing grifting? And the answer is simple. The same way that the gym community became just another avenue for right-wing grifting and right-wing content. The same way like dating advice stuff has just become another avenue for right-wing grifting. What does the gym community, the dating advice community, and the nerd community all have in common? It's full of lonely people. A lot of people in the nerd community get into nerd shit because they're lonely. A lot of people start working out because they're heartbroken and they're lonely. A lot of people get into dating advice content because they're lonely. Lonely people are very easy to manipulate. If you find a lonely person and you tell them you're the victim, everybody else except you is the problem, now go buy my course, that's basically an infinite money glitch. That's why it's just lonely people who crave acceptance and a sense of community are taken advantage of just in the way that cults do. Like, it's really not that complicated.
Now, the anti-blackness goes up another notch because a lot of black males in the nerd space feel like black women just hate them.
I'm curious to know if this is actually a thing.
There was a lot said to the point where I kind of lost what my original response was going to be. Antonio said that all of these different things lead to the alt-right pipeline, or something along the lines of that. What I have to say about that is, it might seem that way online to a degree, but you control your algorithm based on the type of content that you interact with. A lot of Antonio Talks content is about blackness. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's like a black nationalist. He has like Malcolm X in his banner. You know, a lot of the clips that he uses for his videos have to do with black people or a black person being criticized, being people being racist towards them. Because of the type of media that he interacts with, he's going to see every genre, every avenue as a way for people to become alt-right grifters, right? Because that's what his algorithm is. If you go to a gym, if you go to a gaming tournament, if you go to, if you interact with these with the nerdy people, if you interact with people at the gym in real life, chances are it's not going to be a whole bunch of racist alt-right people. So I feel like his algorithm is very skewed, and he's not really interacting with people, to be honest. Same way for bro who's about to say like black women don't like nerdy black guys. Maybe that's the stereotype, but there's like you can find black women that will accept you for who you are, bro. You know. You can go to the gym and people will not bully you or talk to you or call you slurs. You know what I'm saying? So I really disagree with what's being said right now, but we're gonna let the video rock.
Black women will ignore men that look like this because he's weird, lame, nerdy until he achieves success, then see him with a woman like this, and then all of a sudden label him a sellout. Let's be real, a lot of y'all don't like black women to begin with. Don't matter if you're a D1 athlete or a comic book nerd, there's a very small majority of black men that do not like black women. Now, why is that? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, this argument right here could be a little bit valid if we're considering that there are unrealistic expectations for black men, especially young black men in this economy and in this world right now. And there is that stigma of hypermasculinity in the black community. This automatically would make nerds and simps unattractive, and certainly undesirable.
Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome?
Once again, I did not experience this. This isn't to say it's not true, but I just feel like it's the way you carry yourself. And also, you just gotta find your like swagger, you know? There's a stereotype of like the smash bro type of hairstyle. Maybe your lips be crusty. In simple terms, man, you just gotta have game. White nerds go through the same problem while talking to white.
I think I'm with him now. There's a lot said in this like few minutes that threw me off, but I think I'm agreeing with what's being said right now.
Women. So like I hate that correlation as well. And I think what the problem is, a lot of people be holding on to what happened in high school, whether that be the glory days or those be the bad days.
Right.
It's been 10 years, bro. We don't care that you scored a touchdown in 10th grade. And yes, you may have been bullied in high school, but let that shit go, brother. My entire friend group is majorly made up of nerds. My best friend, this is us when we graduated, he was valedictorian. I was like maybe 4th in the class. Now he is most definitely considered a nerd. I mean, huge WWE fan, very into anime, loves video games, but he's never had a problem talking to black women. And big shout out to my boy. He just graduated from Clemson University, 2 years ago now? We just got off the game a few hours ago.
I feel like a big part of the black nerd experience is going back trying to watch your favorite YouTubers and realizing just how much racist commentary was throughout the entire video. Like, when did Jen calling Michael Jackson a monkey fly over my head? Huh? Or that one try not to laugh challenge where they just straight up said the N-word? Huh? And I really got a bone to pick with Pat Jen because I used to go crazy for some Pat. Like, you can ask around.
You sped her up.
Even now with Pat sobriety, it was a black woman's video that I saw use this hashtag. Yet, okay. And not even just them, like other gaming channels and YouTubers too, especially in gaming. And I can already hear the whole, oh, it was a different time argument. I can get that. It's really the fact that black kids really never had a safe space. And I feel like that's why it's so easy for them to be indoctrinated into like the red pill pipeline, because it was just small stuff in every single video that we could even like explore within like the nerd genre.
For example, like me growing up, the biggest gaming YouTuber in the world was PewDiePie. And you know, I watched his videos, but like it was something off. I couldn't really connect with him. And this was before he had the whole N-word incident. But it was extremely rare for me to find another black gaming content creator. And this is why I give so much praise to creators like Berleezy, RDC World, Corey S. Kenshin. Because bro, representation matters. And it's like growing up in these nerd spaces, we rarely get it. And that is why I love that with the visibility that TikTok brings in 2025, I've been finding some amazing like comic book creators that are making pro-black comics for black people, bruh.
This right here is my comic book known as the Black Fist, and this is one of the most...
And I don't think there's any shade at Markiplier or PewDiePie or whoever else. I mean, it just kind of makes sense that you're more inclined to watch creators that look like you or have similar interests to you, because I mean that's just the way it is, bro. Like it's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that because I never watched PewDiePie growing up. It's just like, you just can't connect, or you feel like you can't connect to the content in the same way as a RDC or something like that. But I mean, at the same time, like it's like white creators and other Asian creators that I watch. But again, like you're just more likely to find common ground or like appreciate the content of somebody that you feel like is a little bit like you, especially if they're the same race, right?
popular series in the Battle Chi universe.
Y'all, hold on, y'all. I gotta reset the camera. All right, we back. Let's get it.
Talk about it. Black Fist takes place in the 1960s. It's about a superpowered alien that piques the interest of a KKK Grand Wizard that fears he is a danger to the world and to his community.
I made a comic book. This is it. It's called Astro's Falter. Astro's is a supernatural, somewhat horror-themed comic series with a comedic and cozy twist. The story takes place in this timeline and in this universe. It's a story about a girl who spends her entire life training against the invisible demons that roam our world, all before the magical seal keeping her invulnerable to demons begins to disappear.
Now, I ended up making a post on my Instagram. Make sure y'all go follow this, by the way. And I was curious on what was my black nerd's experience.
Being a black nerd was some crazy plot progression. If you liked any type of anime, niggas were going to fry your shit alive. And the crazy thing about it is the same people that would be trying to clown you would be the same people trying to be in group projects with you and the same people trying to copy answers. But I'm not gonna lie, going to college was probably the best decision I ever made, bro, because I found my community here. There's a bunch of black nerds here and we've shared things with each other, and you know, I feel welcomed. I don't feel judged or anything like that, man. And you know, people are a lot more accepting here. But to be honest with you, man, I've absolutely loved the journey. Like, this upcoming spring 2026, I'm graduating with my bachelor's of science in psychology, bro, and we're going to med school after that. So to all my black nerds out there, don't be afraid to be you, bro.
We really need to talk about the hatred for black women in the black nerd community, because a lot of black nerds, they like hang with white nerds, of course, and they want to be accepted by them. So then they just start shitting on black women and be like, yeah, they're ghetto, and just start talking shit about them, right? And then also talk bad about women in general. A lot of nerds, they can't get girls, so I talk shit about them. And also, along with the red pill community, because a lot of the nerds, they want to get their anime physique, so they start watching those workout videos, and then those workout videos turn into how to get girls videos, and also turns into hating women videos.
My experience being a black nerd is a bit different from other people, not only because of the era that I grew up in, but also because of the environment. With me being a 2000s kid, I was never really feeling ostracized for being a nerd because nerdy shit was everywhere. Now I'm an inner city kid. I grew up
Also, y'all, I'm not commenting on this part because it's their experience. Like, what am I gonna say? You know what I'm saying?
in lower income neighborhoods, and there were a lot of black folks within those neighborhoods. So
Like,
a lot of us bonded
he
over
asked them what their experience was. So I'm just being quiet and we just gonna listen.
things that would be looked at as nerdy. There's a reason that schools would ban Yu-Gi-Oh cards. There's a reason schools would ban all the Bakugan toys and Beyblades. And I'm sure every kid that grew up in the 2000s had that feeling of watching a cartoon on Saturday morning and holding in that excitement when Monday came. Everyone couldn't wait to gather around the lunch table and talk about the latest episode of Dragon Ball or Sonic X or whatever was on Saturday morning at that time. But what I'm trying to get at is there was never really a point in time where being a nerd worked against me. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit of a social butterfly. I would hang with the theater kids, I would hang with the anime nerds, the music heads that would rap at the lunch tables. I was bouncing around and talking to everybody. I can't really think of a point in time where liking anime or liking comic books or liking video games, whatever, I can't think of a time where that wasn't cool, especially when the second anime boom happened in the 2010s. If anything, that point in time worked in my favor. Because a lot of black folks who weren't into anime or anything at that time, they knew someone who was. So they would approach me and ask me, hey, what's up with Naruto? What's Attack on Titan about? I heard Dragon Ball is coming back. What's Dragon Ball Super about? If there was someone who wasn't caught up with the latest geekdom fandom news, they came to me because they knew someone who was. And as far as being a black nerd specifically goes, I don't think there was ever a time where if someone did shame me for being a nerd, it didn't make me want to question whether or not I wanted to be around other black people. I never thought that black people didn't like anything that I was into. That's just ridiculous. But even if you don't know black people who are nerds, you know at least one black person who watched Dragon Ball Z. They may not know jack shit about Power Rangers, but I bet you they know what happened with Goku versus Frieza.
All my black nerds come to the podium. I want y'all to give y'all experience in the comment section. Did you have a similar experience to me? Did you have a similar experience to anyone in this video? I am curious. Also, we hit 90,000 subscribers.
Shout out to Antonio, man. Y'all leave a comment on his channel if you you know what I'm saying, you're trying to interact. But yeah, I mean, this is an interesting video. It's just like the alt-right pipeline thing. I just don't agree with that, man. Like, I mean, sure, people can become racist who like anime. I just don't think, I mean, I feel like I articulated it earlier as best as I could, and I'm at a loss for words right now, but subscribe to him, subscribe to me. As always, it's your boy TwoCentz. Say it with me. TCZ. We out.